Hello Nerfers! Whoa, back. I think it's been 3 weeks, I'm not sure, but anyway. Okay, tell you what I'm up to. Had to make the decision and put the gun together. It's not glued, it's just screwed, but it's necessary to fit everything. As you see, I've put in the magazine well. Just make sure that can be seen. Yes, there we go. Magazine well, the catch still works. It's a lot closer to the trigger guard, looks a bit better. Got my cocky handle with a release latch. That, which I'll probably glue. Now, when I was putting this in, dropped the wooden bit, and a little part on the front broke. Doesn't matter, I realise I don't need it. And I'll put the nylon in, and I even put in one of the catches for the scope eventually. The scope may be this, but what I'm thinking of actually doing is making like the front of the scope not open but closed, and it goes down into a housing and some cables go up the front, and right on the front of the gun underneath the bipod I'll put this, which is a little like television camera sort of thing, made it out of a few bits and pieces from somewhere, and so they'll be right up the front of the gun, you know, somewhere like so, and cabling running back to the scope on the top, a little bit sci-fi. Now, the other thing I've done, just managed to do, is I've put this together. I'm not going to pick it up because it's only just barely gluing, so I'll just move the camera. Oh, where are we? There we go. That is the under housing for the barrel and such like. So, if I can position this and I can show you how it actually looks, the gun will actually go like there. As you can see, probably up to there. And so the rest sticks out. Yeah, pretty big. So it's pretty fragile at the moment because I've actually had a nice little discovery in that in a few places I've had to fill up holes and everything, and I tried, like you can probably just see it here, this slot in the side of the receiver here. I just used a bit of styrene, and just to give it a shot, see if it actually worked, I used a bit of Taminium modelling glue, just normal modelling glue, and it's astounding. It welded it straight away, almost like super glue. So I've just put the glue along the two halves before I screwed it together. I've sealed the inside of here because when this is dry, I'll gently take this pipe out, which is going to be the barrel, and I'll pour resin in here, which will flow through into both sides and form a really nice strong bond. That way I don't have any ugly bits outside, you know, bolts, scraps and things. It'll look a lot neater. I was going to do it on other parts of the gun, but it's too late now. Not going to really matter. It just means the gun won't have that much sort of realistic weight to it. I suppose I could do it somehow before I finally finish it. I'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's all for now. What I'll do, I'll try to get back to this pit tomorrow and pour the resin in, and because this is just held together by a couple of bits of tape and a zip click, so when that's nice and dry, well, reasonably dry, I'll gently take it apart, pour the resin in, let it set, then I can whack it on, and as you can see up here, there's a big gap here and a big gap under here, and so there's going to have to be lots of little bits and pieces stuck in there, and then filled with either epoxy putty, or I'm thinking of just using this, because a lot of it's screwed together and glued. It doesn't really need string, so we've got this stuff called Builder's Filler, also known as Builder's Bog. It's basically just an epoxy plastic sort of thing, but because it doesn't need to be strong, I'll give it a try because it's a lot cheaper than epoxy putty, and I've got a shitload of area to fill too. It's a lot of stuff, so we'll see what happens. Oh, and the other thing, the barrel up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut ribs of this, about 10 mil of the barrel, and several ribs, and you click them on there, and what you do is you just simply cut out a little section in the bottom of the circle. I should have planned this better. So you cut out a circle, then you cut a little piece out, it's like a C, and it just clicks over, just pushes over, click, 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 put them along there. This area will probably have some sort of covered guard with vent holes in it or something, and we'll go from there. So I'll get this online, and next time, bye for now.